Good morning. This is the river that's flowing in front of Weary Feet Hostel. This is the hostel itself. So, beautiful home with a large front porch, lots of room inside. There's also another bunkhouse back there. So you can stay here for $10 camping or $15 for the outside bunkhouse, $25 for the inside bunkhouse. Great dinners and also great breakfast. Dinner's $12, breakfast is $8. They'll slack pack you, which means basically that you are driven. In my case today, I plan on being driven 15 miles away without my backpack, or a smaller backpack, just enough for water and snacks, and then walk 15 miles back. So it'll be a little bit farther than I usually hike or have ever hiked, but I won't have my backpack. So instead of a 13-mile day, which I did 13 miles last week, I should be able to do a 15-mile with no backpack. We'll see. I'm going to have some breakfast and then we'll go from there. You guys remember my early videos in Georgia? The ground was covered with leaves. There was a few brown leaves left on the trees. Now we're in Virginia. Mile marker, I don't know, 415, 425, somewhere in there. Anyway, just complete green. That's the path. So we're slack packing, and again, we're slack packing. They dropped me off. I've got my regular backpack, but it's completely empty except for a few snacks for the day. And got dropped off at mile marker 425. And hiking back to the hostel. And that's Weary Feet Hostel. And we're hiking back there. That's a 15-mile hike to mile marker 410. And then they'll take us back tomorrow to 425, and we'll just continue the journey north from there. So it's a little bit different way to go. I couldn't do it all the time, but it sure is fun today. Talk to you guys soon. So we've got a cross right here. I'm just going to go slow. Looks like I gotta set down the camera for a little bit. Catch with you on the other side. Alright, here's another water crossing. There's really no way around it other than to get your feet wet. There's a trail over there. I just crossed over. I've been having a little bit of trouble with my shoes. A lot of trouble with my shoes. Next week, I'm going to see some family, and I have 4 pairs of shoes to hike the Appalachian Trail with. And it usually takes between 4 and 6, is what I'm told. So, I was a little doubtful. I'm like, I can
keep a pair of shoes for 6 months. Well, the treads have worn down, which has led to some of my slip and falls. One of my friends suggested maybe I do it with those micro spikes. They're really for ice, not the mud that I've been slipping on. If I wore the micro spikes, there's so many rocks on the trail, they'd wear down so quick and be useless. So I'm going to use my second of 4 pair a week from today. I should see family and we'll go from there. So looking forward to getting the new shoes. In the meantime, from these rivers in Virginia around the 400-mile mark to or so on, I'm sorry, around the 600-mile mark on, I've been getting them wet and they're just not drying out at night, and they're starting to smell and stink and just kind of getting gross. So I need new shoes for that reason too. So looking forward to getting the new shoes and staying a little drier and stuff like that. Talk to you soon. I just want you to know that I have not even filmed about 5 or 6 of these rivers. I just keep crossing them one after the next. The rocks aren't high enough to cross without getting your feet wet, so it's hard when you're hiking along miles with wet feet. Yeah, dry area coming up. We'll keep going. There's a snake slowly making its way across the trail. I don't know what kind he is, but he's kind of long. He's not even scared of me one bit. Let's see if we can get him moving a little bit. Okay, I'm more scared of him than he is of me, even if I touch his tail. Alright. I'll catch you guys later and leave him alone. Starting to walk across or next to a new river. It's going to fade away, it looks like, in a different direction. So we'll keep following the Appalachian Trail. And maybe it rejoins a little quieter now. In about 2 miles, we're going to come to a place called, I believe it's called Dismal Falls. And we'll either go down the side trail and check it out or keep going back to camp or to the hostel. So we'll decide when we get there, about 2 more miles down the road. Still hiking along this raging river. Got about a half mile to go before the spur trail for the falls. See you down there. Alright, if you can read that, either Appalachian Trail to the right or Dismal Falls to the left. I am thinking with that strong water that we'll go check it out. Dismal kind of sounds weak, sad, but you can hear the water, so it's I don't think it's going to be that bad. Meaning in a nice way. I think it's going to be nice. Lots of falls, lots of water. So we'll go down and check it out. 0.3 of a mile extra on a spur trail. That means you hike down 0.3 of a mile. You hike up 0.3 of a mile. So 0.6 of a mile over a half mile. We'll do extra today than the 15 that was planned. All right, let's go. Here we are at Dismal Falls. Hikers over there. Looks like it falls down maybe 15-20 feet. One more view since we traveled all this way.